That Metal Interview.
And we have the Baldman, a guy with a very serious rocking band. Baldman is the name of the band, and of course, the frontman, Baldman. They have a brand new album out entitled Music for the Rest of Us. You can Spotify it. You can check it out on any digital format, as he tells us on this interview. And this guy isn't just a musician, a singer, songwriter. He is also a businessman. He's a very busy guy. He's on tour as we speak. Yes, he's on tour. We thank him for bringing back live music as the COVID-19 pandemic still exists, and he is bringing back live music amongst other artists that are also out there doing tours and this and that. I've heard Mr. David Ellison is out there. He just did Texas and a couple of Wisconsin dates and this and that. We have, I believe, Aaron Lewis alongside Sully Erna of Godsmack doing a tour also. So there's a couple of tours out there. They're starting up little by little. We hope the pandemic ends soon. And anyways, Baldman is also on tour. You can catch him out there. Go to his social media, find the information on there. A new album out entitled Music for the Rest of Us. Videos out, 2020 vision, in the video entitled Fight. Very cool rock and roll to me and to a lot of people. So Baldman, Baldman. We talked to Mr. Baldman also about his acting career. Yes, I said acting career. He's also an actor. He's got a couple of roles here and there. He'll talk about it. He has a role alongside John Travolta and Shania Twain. Is that cool or what? And of course, in the 2018 Halloween movie, he also has a role in there. So check it out, guys. And there's a trailer for Hellbilly Hollow that he'll talk to you about this film. So anyways, let's listen to our interview for the Baldman here on That Metal Interview podcast. Check it out and enjoy. I saw your schedule. You're on the road, huh?
Yeah, right now in Ohio, we've been on a residency at Land of Illusion in Middletown, Ohio. So we've had 7 shows. One got canceled because of weather last night, but now we've got the big weekend finale Friday, Saturday. And Eddie Trunk's going to be here these next 2 nights, announcing the show, and been doing a lot of publicity for it. And then we'll head out west after this. Denver will be next on Wednesday after we're done tomorrow night.
You guys hitting Texas?
Not on this run. We're going to be hitting, we're finishing out tomorrow night, Halloween at Land of Illusion, then going to Denver, and then we'll be in Salt Lake, Las Vegas, and end up in Anaheim. And then we're going to end up doing a New Year's Eve show somewhere for a weekend, but I'm just not sure yet where we're going to do that. And the southern run will come sometime in the winter, like after the first of the year.
That's great for the fans that bands are starting to tour again. The clubs aren't being affected by COVID, huh?
Yeah, I think a lot of the bands that are tied to labels and stuff right now are more restricted because their label knows they can't make any money out on the road. Because even if you can get a show or a venue to open, you have to follow all the COVID rules. And I fully understood that when I decided to go out on the road. I just like to work, and I and the way I look at building a business, and I look at Baldman is. I'm an artist. I create, but I also like to treat everything I do like a business, so I can do a grade A job for the fans. And you've got to build one fan at a time. And even if we get 30 people out in the venue that would hold 200, I'm doing my job to entertain folks and bring a little sense of normalcy back into people's lives, because this world is crazy. Exactly. So I knew I'd take some lumps. But, being, not as known as other folks and building, Baldman, why sit at home? I can't build it sitting at home. I need to get out here in the world and show, bring people hope. And my songs have positive messages in them. They rock out. You just come have a good time with us.
Now, here's a dumb question. All due respect. Why Baldman and why not a different name?
Baldman, it's a funny story, man, okay? But I totally appreciate the question. Well, it's about 2017, I got cast. I went down to do a cameo in Trading Paint just to present a check in the Winner's Circle because my oil brand was in the movie. So then I get cast in the movie while I'm there. So then I end up acting in a scene with John Travolta and Shania Twain and Toby Sabat, all these people, all within a matter of hours.
Wow.
Not expecting to do that. So I get back from that and I decide, I really enjoy this. And I think this was a sign to get into acting and revive my music career.
Wow.
But before I did that, I started a podcast called Beers with Baldman.
Oh, wow.
So I had a podcast going. I had a bunch of followers, just funny stuff. My son and I did it. So we were like the first son and father team, and it was called Beers with Baldman. And I just kept the Baldman, and I started shaving my head probably as soon as I knew I had a cul-de-sac that was going to be growing on top of the head there, and I don't like cul-de-sacs, so then I'm shaving my head. I'm Baldman, and I just took up the persona. My ex-wife made a joke to me one time and said, "What kind of weirdo cuts his own hair and shaves his head?" So I think that just kind of led me into, well, I'm Baldman, so and it's stuck ever since.
That's so cool. You mentioned Travolta and Shania Twain. How was it working with those artists? Wow.
Oh, it was very surreal, man, because I'm walking around in a t-shirt and a sport jacket, and all of a sudden people are taking pictures of me, and they're like, we need a track announcer. We'd like to cast you in this role. Would you like a speaking line? Of course, I'm not going to say no. Yeah. So I learned my lines in like 30 minutes, 45 minutes, and next thing I know, all the lights are on me, all these people are around me. John Travolta and I are talking through the scene. He was very kind, showing me what to Toby Sebastian is, man, just be your, I'd never done this at all before. Now I'm shooting this scene, and I'm standing there next to Shania Twain. This is after her kind of hiatus, and I said, "Welcome back," into everything, and she was very sweet, and it was just a sign, man. It was, I knew then that this was my time to go after my dreams, and that was the time. And then before I knew it, I get cast in Halloween, and I was in Halloween with Jamie Lee Curtis like 3 months later, and getting killed by Michael Myers. So it was all very surreal and very telling. This was signs for me. I believe in intuition and signs like that. So
wow. So there you go. Some people might not know that you're an actor. Wow, cool.
Yeah. There is. For all your listeners too. Yeah, if they go to IMDb, just Kurt Deimer, Deimer. You can see the movies I've been in. I've got my own feature franchise coming out now, HELLBILLY HOLLOW, which I decided I wanted to do once I had landed that role in Halloween. But yeah, it's a 2-year body of work, but it's been very fruitful. And with this new film coming out and the reel I'll have from it, I would expect to see me probably getting into some way bigger roles in other films, because I'm a complete psychopath in HELLBILLY HOLLOW, and a lot of people have told me the acting that they've seen is barred, second to none, and that I deserve big roles in the other movies, but I've got to get this reel out once the movie comes out, and I haven't decided on distribution yet. So,
wow, I saw the trailer for HELLBILLY HOLLOW. That's very cool, and that was
thank you very much.
Yeah, that was one of my questions. If you can talk about that film, but you just answered, right?
Yeah, it's a feature film. It's a franchise. I play the lead character, Bull, in it. I don't want to give too much away on it. It's about me and my brother, and it's a twisted tale, and it will leave you hanging at the end, and it will leave you wanting more. We've shot it in March of 2019 down in Vincent, Alabama, at an actual haunted attraction called HELLBILLY HOLLOW. Even though it's not a haunted attraction type movie, like that's not the whole storyline. Yeah. The audience will see why it all makes sense, and now it will continue on, and you don't know where we're going to end up next. But it'll make you laugh, it'll make you gross out, it'll make you scream. It's got every element to it. I'm a big fan of Bill Moseley, who's in a lot of Rob Zombie movies, and The Devil's Rejects is one of my favorite movies. So kind of modeled my character around his talents and what he taught me from watching him. So.
Oh yeah, Moseley for sure. Yeah, I saw your.
He's awesome.
I saw your videos for Fight and 2020 Vision. Nice stuff. Good, very good music. Awesome music. Can you talk about these videos?
Well, thank you very much. Yeah, the me, I love to rock out, man, and I like 2020 Vision.
Yeah.
One night I'm just having some margaritas, and I decide I want to write a song about what we're all going through this year and my thoughts and feelings on it. And next thing I know, I'm handing it off to one of my writers who works with me, Ben Trexel, and he comes back with that. Then Phil X does his thing, and next thing you know, we got this jam and tune. And Fight, I had written, Ben actually wrote, I said I wanted a Disturbed meets, some of these harder bands rock sound. And then I had written a song called Fight about, the people just getting together and, our freedoms and all that kind of stuff. And that's how Fight came about. And we put those lyrics to that song, and that was about a year ago that we did that. So 2020 we just created this year. Fight was created about a year ago. But those are the two big singles that we first released.
So you write the lyrics and the songs?
I write all the lyrics for all the songs except for Southbound and Welcome to the Night. That's how Ben and I met, because the other gentleman, Mike Denard, had written those two songs, given them to Ben, and he had a rough draft of them with Ben singing. And I said, I like the song, I just don't. Ben's voice was just a little too weak. I said, give me a chance, let me do my thing. Yep. And that's the first two we ever recorded. And then I've written all the lyrics ever since. And as far as the music, I play music and all that, but I give Phil X or I give Ben what I'm feeling. Like, I want this band to meet this band, I want this riff to go this way, and then they do the rest.
Why the title Music for the Rest of Us?
Because my thought process on that is,
I like it though.
I wanted to put, everybody said, well, Kurt, you're putting out an album, and it's all rocking, but it's all different genres of rock. I go, well, yeah, who says I can't do that? I mean, maybe the husband and wife, the wife might like Sunflower, and the husband likes Fight. They all come out, they get a rocking show, and it's still all rock and roll when it all said and done. And plus, I don't, I'm my first album. How do I know what my biggest audience is going to be as I grow Baldman?
Yeah.
So, and you hear the radio, you hear the same stuff all the time. And I'm a big rock and roll guy from the 70s, 80s. I love the rock, the arena rock, just all those big bands from back then.
Oh, yeah.
And I just felt like, even if you watch the Grammy Awards, there's maybe one or two rock categories now, when it used to be all mixed up and everything. And I'm like, well, this is for all of us that have lost the rock and roll spirit that used to be in the past 20, 30 years, where it was more prevalent. This is music for the rest of us. Here comes rock and roll again, in my own brand of rock and roll. And I just wanted it to be inclusive to everybody that may be missing that, piece in their musical taste. So
that's so true. That's one reason I don't watch awards anymore, because I'm looking for rock bands and metal bands, and there's nothing there. Maybe one.
Yeah, that's it.
That's so true.
They talk about how discrimination and all these shows. I mean, what happened to rock and roll? You used to be able to watch it and see Stone Temple Pilots, see all these bands, Red Hot Chili Peppers doing a shit. It's nothing now. It's like an afterthought.
Well, I like your title. Yeah.
Well, thank you very much. The second album will have a unique name as well, but we'll do an interview around that, and I'll explain to you that one.
Awesome. How is it working with Jason Decter?
Awesome, man. He's one of the best sound engineers around, and when we were fortunate enough to meet, I had a manager who had brought him in to set up all my gear at my studio in LA last February, and Jason came in, and I kind of figured that my manager maybe wasn't being on the up and up, and I met Jason, and he's a very honest, straightforward, wear it on his sleeves kind of guy, and he had just finished that Blink show out in LA. It was an iHeart show, I believe. There were a bunch of bands there. Came out to our studio the next day, and within the next few weeks, here we are together. He's managing me and helping me build Baldman, and we created the soundtrack for the movie. Him and I did all the keys and orchestra stuff for the movie. He mixes it all, and he's one of the best. He's been nominated for Pirelli Awards, all that. So I'm very blessed to have him. And we had Chris Lord-Alge mix my first album, instead of going back to where I was a year ago, with the initial mixes of it, because the first album was a labor of love for like a year and a half, 2 years, and I just didn't want to put it out till it was right. So he hooked me. Chris Lord-Alge took that on for us, and now Chris is producing my second album. Him and I talk all the time, and we've got a lot of cool stuff coming out after this first album. The second album is going to blow you away. So
for people asking, where can fans find your album, your music?
Well, so if you want to get a hard copy of the CD right now, it's any day now on our website, www.baldmanband.com. It's baldmanband.com. You can get merch. You'll be able to get a hard copy of the CD. I'm going to be setting up I'm going to get some folks to help me set up distribution around the country in different outlets that you can physically go and buy a CD. But you can stream our music. We're on everything from Apple, iTunes, Spotify, all your normal sources, even Deezer, everything. So you can get it there. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel, which is at Baldman Official. I have a Vivo channel and a Baldman channel. And there'll be all of our videos on there. And then, of course, on social media, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. If you follow Baldman on any of those, and it's all at Baldman Official, you'll be able to stay up to date on everything and where we'll have CDs available. And right now, we're selling them at our shows. We're selling merch at the shows, but everything's going to be via the website as well here any day. Can give you an update on that when that's all done. But like I said, it's any day now.
So what's next for Baldman, for yourself? What can fans expect next from you?
Well, the fans can expect me to be working hard every day, and I wanted to do a run after Thanksgiving, but I've got a Christmas song that I'm going to do that's going to trip everybody out. That's going to be hard rock coming out over the holidays. I've got another video and a killer tune I'm going to draw. I'll just tell you the name of the tune. It's called Cigar. And it's something you might have heard before, but it rocks out. It's Phil X is featured in it with me. He's in the video just like 2020. That'll be coming out over the holiday. We're going to do New Year's Eve weekend somewhere. I don't know where yet. We're going to find the best spot somewhere in the country. So stay tuned for that. And we'll be working on our winter tour, probably heading out sometime in February, March, that area. So we'll be back on the road doing that. My movie will be coming out next year, so we'll be giving you updates on Hellbilly Hollow, and I've got a couple other film offers I'm looking at right now. So that's all I'll be doing every day is working for the people and writing good music and just wanting to bring my rock and roll to everybody and build the Baldman family, man.
Wow, you're super busy, man. Wow.
Yep, I couldn't live if I wasn't busy. I would be a mess. My brain's always churning, and writing for me is like therapy,
Right.
Get it off my brain and help others. The more you give, the more you get in life. And hopefully the music I'm giving people now will uplift their spirits and bring hope back to rock and roll. And once the world opens up, we can have huge shows all over the world and get everybody together and jam out and party.
Would you like to send a message to the people listening to the podcast?
I'd like to send a message to everyone out there that I'm working hard. I cannot wait to meet all of you at a venue someday in the near future. Stay positive. Stay focused on the future. This too shall end. The world will overcome this. And please share peace and love with everybody. Baldman loves humanity. I love all you. I love all the fans. Go to the website, put in your email, join the Baldman family, and let's share peace and love together and hopefully rock out together here in the near future. And I appreciate you all very much.
Thank you, Baldman. Thank you for your time, and thank you for bringing live music back to people. Awesome.
Oh, you're very welcome. Thank you so much for having me on the show, bro.
Do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Download our episodes, stream, download, purchase, or any way of supporting our podcast. Thank you, guys and girls. We truly appreciate your support. Thank you to all the overseas people in Europe, people listening to us in Australia and Middle East, people in Japan, China, all the people, of course, all the fanatics in South America, Brazil, Chile, Mexico, and of course, Canada, the U.S., and all around the globe, all around the world. Thank you guys for your support. Sincerely, on behalf of myself, James, and my staff here that helps me out with the podcast, thank you guys. We truly appreciate your support and your presence online. That metal interview, we thank Mr. Baldman. We thank him for spending some time from his tour. He took some time off before a sound check to speak to us, so we hope you guys enjoyed that. And check out his material. Support Baldman. Support him. The new album, Music for the Rest of Us. Check it out. Stream his videos, 2020 Vision, Fight. Very good rock and roll, very cool stuff. So check it out, support Baldman, and check out his roles on those movies that he talked about. So very cool, man. So stay tuned for the next episode of That Metal Interview podcast, and tune into our radio show on our radio station, J Rock's Metal Zone HELLBILLYHOLLOW.com. And don't forget to keep it metal.
That metal interview.